Imagine a country where the president has the power to declare war without needing congressional approval, simply because of a decades-old authorization. This is the alarming reality the United States has been living with for years, and it's a situation that has sparked intense debate and controversy. But here's where it gets interesting. The House of Representatives has just voted to repeal the legal justifications used to attack Iraq in 1991 and 2003, in a bold move to reclaim congressional authority over matters of war and peace. The vote, which took place on Wednesday, saw 261 representatives voting in favor of the repeal, with 212 Democrats and 49 Republicans supporting the measure. This decision is a significant step towards addressing a long-standing issue that has been at the forefront of political discussions for years. The fact that the president's authority to wage war has been largely unchecked has raised concerns among lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, with many arguing that it allows presidents to abuse their power. And this is the part most people miss. The move to repeal the authorizations is not just about limiting the president's power, but also about ensuring that Congress plays a more active role in deciding when and how the country goes to war. The amendment, which was sponsored by Democratic Representative Gregory Meeks of New York and Republican Representative Chip Roy of Texas, is linked to the annual National Defense Authorization Act, which passed later on Wednesday. During the floor debate, Meeks emphasized that the authorizations are long obsolete and risk abuse by administrations of either party. He also stressed that it is time for Congress to reclaim its constitutional authority over matters of war and peace. However, not everyone agrees with this assessment. Republican Rep. Brian Mast of Florida, the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, objected to the amendment, citing procedural reasons. He argued that while there may be agreement on the need to sunset the authorizations, it should not be done without proper procedure. But here's the thing. This is not just a matter of procedure. It's a matter of principle. The question is, should the president have the power to unilaterally declare war? Or should Congress play a more significant role in deciding when and how the country goes to war? This is a controversy that has been simmering for years, and it's one that sparks strong opinions on both sides. Some argue that the president needs to have the flexibility to respond quickly to emerging threats, while others argue that this flexibility comes at the cost of accountability and transparency. And then there are those who ask, what about the potential consequences of repealing the authorizations? Could it limit the president's ability to respond to future threats, or would it simply ensure that Congress is more involved in the decision-making process? These are all valid questions, and ones that deserve careful consideration. As we move forward, it's essential to have an open and honest discussion about the role of Congress in matters of war and peace. So, we want to hear from you. Do you think the president should have the power to unilaterally declare war, or should Congress play a more significant role in deciding when and how the country goes to war? Let us know in the comments. The fact that the House has voted to repeal the authorizations is a significant step towards addressing this issue. But it's only the beginning. The real work starts now, as lawmakers and citizens alike grapple with the complexities of war and peace. But one thing is clear. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a change. The move to repeal the authorizations is a bold step towards reclaiming congressional authority and ensuring that the country is more transparent and accountable in its decision-making process. And as we look to the future, it's essential to remember that the decision to go to war is not one that should be taken lightly. It's a decision that requires careful consideration, thoughtful debate, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. So, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think about the House's decision to repeal the authorizations? Do you think it's a step in the right direction, or do you have concerns about the potential consequences? Let us know in the comments.